Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. If you're managing a commercial fleet or running a garage in Colombia right now, you know we're right in the thick of a massive industry shift, the transition to Euro 6 standards. It's an awesome step forward for our air quality, but it carries a massive hidden risk that could absolutely destroy your bottom line if you're not careful. Today we are breaking down the exact science and the hard data behind navigating this transition safely.
I want to kick things off by asking you a very direct question. Are your cost-saving measures actually ticking time bombs for your vehicles? It's kind of an unsettling thought, right? What looks like saving a few pesos on routine maintenance today might actually be engineering the catastrophic failure of your own trucks tomorrow.
Section 1. The Euro 6 transition. A new era, a new threat.
Look, to understand why this matters, we need to look at what Euro 6 actually means for your daily operations. This isn't just about blowing cleaner exhaust. This is a whole new era of incredibly strict regulations that bring entirely new, high-stakes maintenance requirements. Colombia's leap to Euro 6 means managing emissions is no longer just a suggestion, it is the law. And the heart of this entire system? The diesel particulate filter, or DPF. Under Euro 6, cleaning the DPF isn't some optional task you can just brush off. It is absolutely mandatory to keep your fleet on the road.
Okay, let's dive into this. What is DPF cleaning? Well, essentially, it's just the necessary removal of built-up ash and soot from inside the microscopic walls of the filter. But, and this is a huge but, the data reveals a massive hidden danger here. The method you choose can either keep your truck running for years or literally destroy it in weeks. Bottom line, not all cleaning methods are safe.
Section 2. The water cleaning trap. Cheap now, catastrophic later. And that brings us to the illusion of low-cost water and chemical washing. It looks like such a quick, affordable fix, doesn't it? Some mechanics will tell you, hey, we can just flush the filter out with a hose and some harsh chemicals and you'll be good to go. Actually, scratch that. It is a fatal error. There is a stark warning from the experts at ENC that hits the nail on the head. Water cleaning isn't cheap, it comes back as a massive cost. Those upfront savings from a quick chemical wash, they're basically a deferred death sentence for your after-treatment system.
Section 3. Anatomy of a destroyed DPF.
Let's look at the actual physical proof of what happens inside a filter when water and chemicals are pumped into it. Official technical documents point out the big 3 fatal flaws of wet cleaning. Number 1, the violent detachment of precious metal catalysts from the filter walls. Number 2, severe damage to the internal supporting mats holding the core in place. And number 3, extreme pressure spikes that lead to total filter melting. You see, water physically weakens the structural walls because it introduces moisture into microscopic pores that simply cannot be fully dried out. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this staggering number right here, 75%. When you use wet cleaning, you are violently stripping away 75% of the precious metal platinum catalyst inside the DPF. Let that sink in. You are literally washing away the exact material that makes the filter do its job.
And don't just take my word for it. Check out the official Copetree test data. When they used the S3 dry cleaning method, which is thermal regeneration and air blowing, the filter kept about 0.471% of its platinum. But with the S4 chemical and wet cleaning method, it plummeted to just 0.112%. That is hard, scientific proof of the devastating catalyst loss caused by chemical washing. The platinum drops to a quarter of what it should be. No way around that math.
Oh, and the damage doesn't stop at the catalyst. Engine dynamometer tests from official research labs show that wet cleaning actually weakens the physical compression strength of the filter structure by 16%. Because the walls are damaged, its ability to trap particulate matter, the whole reason it exists, drops significantly compared to dry cleaning. Wet cleaning ruins the structural integrity and completely tanks your engine's efficiency.
Just look at this. The physical evidence is horrifying. When that undried moisture from a water wash is trapped inside those tiny pores, the moment the truck goes into high-heat regeneration out on the highway, boom, severe pressure spikes. The filter clogs rapidly, overheats, and completely melts from the inside out. There is no coming back from that.
Section 4. Costly legal disputes. When savings turn into lawsuits. When a multi-thousand-dollar DPF turns into a molten brick, the destruction isn't just physical. It's a massive financial nightmare. We're talking rapid performance degradation, literal safety failures on the road, and astronomical replacement costs for a brand new after-treatment system. In fact, official reports document bitter legal battles currently fighting out in courts between furious truck owners and mechanics over ATS units that were completely destroyed by water washing. The liability here is absolutely enormous.
And we can't ignore the environmental impact of wet cleaning either. Flushing heavy metals, toxic soot, and harsh chemicals out onto the ground with a hose creates a severe secondary water pollution nightmare. I mean, Euro 6 is supposed to be about saving the environment, right? Wet cleaning just takes all that toxic pollution from the air and dumps it directly into our water supply.
Section 5. The Dung-A ENC Solution, Precision Dry Cleaning.
So, how does the Colombian market actually embrace Euro 6 without melting their fleets? Well, we have to pivot away from water entirely. And this is exactly where ENC steps in. These guys are absolute specialists in diesel emission after-treatment systems, and they've been refining this technology since 2004. They saw the devastating effects of water washing years ago and engineered a much safer way to do things.
Section 6. Proven Safe Dry Cleaning, the automated process.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because they developed an incredible automated process that uses zero water and zero harsh liquid chemicals. It completely preserves the integrity of the filter. It follows these super strict, highly controlled steps. First, a thorough visual inspection. Second, a precise pressure measurement to check the blockage. Third, and this is the absolute key, thermal regeneration in a controlled kiln to safely bake the soot into ash. And finally, precision blasting to safely blow that dry ash right out of the filter walls.
And their DPF 100 and 200 machinery. It isn't just a basic oven. It's engineered with precise automatic temperature control. It ensures that the regeneration process happens at the exact optimal heat to turn soot into ash without ever reaching the melting point of the filter itself. It basically mimics the safest, natural regeneration of the vehicle, but in a totally controlled, perfectly safe environment.
So why should the Colombian market trust this specific technology? Because it is validated at the absolute highest levels of the automotive industry. Dung-A ENC's equipment is literally certified and used by major global automakers like Hyundai and Tata Daewoo in their authorized service centers. It is mathematically proven to retain your platinum catalyst. It completely eliminates that awful secondary water pollution, and it dramatically preserves the lifespan of your DPF.
They truly are the trusted partner for eco-friendly emission control. For a market like Colombia that's newly navigating the super complex and expensive realities of Euro 6, this is absolutely the only mathematically and scientifically proven alternative that protects your investment.
So I'm going to leave you with this final thought to consider as you adapt your operations. With everything we've seen today, the 75% catalyst loss, the melted cores, the lawsuits, are you really going to risk your entire fleet on the illusion of cheap water washing? Or will you invest in the proven, safe logic of Dung-A ENC's dry cleaning? The choice you make today is absolutely going to define the survival of your fleet tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with me on this explainer, and make sure to share this critical info with your maintenance teams. Catch you next time.